Hi, my name is Gretchen Kother, and I'm here with Louise Hudson. We're with the Lee County Federated Republican Women, and today we're visiting with New Mexico State Supreme Court Justice candidate Kerry Morris. So welcome, we're happy to have you today.
Happy to be here, thank you.
Okay, I have an interesting question for you today, and that would be, what policies are critical to keep judiciary influence separate from political influence?
Well, having an independent judiciary is crucial to having fair and impartial judges make legal decisions that are important for the public. So our motto in this election, and I'm running with other candidates on the same slate, is law before politics. And basically what that means is we are going to we're committed to following the law as it is originally written. So if the US Constitution was written in 1789, then words had certain meanings back then. And we're going to try to the best of our ability to follow the original meaning of those words, because that's the way the law was written. Now, what happens is there are others of a different philosophy who want to say that the words change over time, and it's true. The meaning of words does change. The problem with doing that is then you have inconsistent applications of the law because you don't know what the words are going to mean a year or 10 years from now. So when the legislature enacts the law and they use certain language, that language could change and it may result in decisions that are entirely different from what they intended. And I'll give you a good example of this. In 1964, with the Civil Rights Act, Title VII, it said that there could be no discrimination in the workplace based on sex. Now, back then, what they meant by sex was biological male-female sex, physical traits. But recently, the US Supreme Court decided otherwise. Well, the language has changed, and now we think it means sexual orientation. So this has created a whole slew of problems that were unanticipated when that law was passed in 1964, and it's created huge problems for businesses and for schools. They can use this. What about gender neutral bathrooms, or men who are biological men competing against women in athletic programs? I mean, they just opened up a can of worms by saying that the original statute in 1964 didn't mean just biological sex, but now that word has changed to mean gender identity or anything else they want to decide. So putting law before politics and focusing on the original meaning of the language at the time these laws were enacted or the Constitution was created or written is crucial to having a consistent application of the law. If you don't like the fact that we don't have all-inclusiveness and gender identity, well, the legislature can change the law and put the words gender identity or sexual identity or orientation into the statute. They can amend the statute or write a new statute. And in fact, nationally, several states have done that. So this is why it's important, and how we keep politics out of law. If judges will just follow the law as it was originally written and following the words, the meaning of the words at the time the laws were enacted. This would get rid of politics, because then we're not making political decisions. We're not deciding that it means one thing one day and something else another day. One party gets into power and appoints judges and they decide things one way, and another party gets into power and appoints judges and they decide things completely different based on how they can manipulate the language. So that's what we mean by politics before law, and that's how you eliminate, law before politics, I should say. Just the opposite. Sorry, I get talking. Anyway, that is how we keep politics out of the law.
Great. Thank you so much. We appreciate your time today.
Sure. Thank you.